Hello everyone, welcome to Dada's FoodCrave kitchen. In today's recipe, I will be showing you how to make Fishball Benachin, Theibou Bulleti Wekh. If this is the first time you are tuning into my channel, I absolutely welcome you. Feel free to look around. If you find any of my videos interesting, I hope you will consider subscribing to my channel, and don't forget that post notification bell. It will keep you fully updated in any new video that I uploaded. If you are interested in seeing how to make this fishball benachin, in Gambia we call it benachin, some may know it as jollof. This is the Gambian style. Keep on watching, and without any further ado, let's get cooking.
Dada's FoodCrave kitchen today, and she will show you everything you need to know. A woman that will cook everything for you, with a smile on her face every day. Dada's FoodCrave kitchen.
Alright, my Dada's team, let's start with our ingredients. To make my fishball, I am going to be using cod fillet fish. You can use any fish of your choice. To that, I am going to add some shrimp. Here I have habanero pepper. I am going to add it in the blender. Next, I am going to add in my cod fillet fish and my shrimp. Make sure you pat dry the excess water from the fish before you add it in the blender. After adding my shrimp and my cod fish into the blender, I am going to blend everything until it's well combined. The reason I add shrimp into my fish ball, I want it to have that extra flavor to it. If you don't eat shrimp, you can definitely opt that out. Just use fish, and you can use any fish of your choice. Next, I am going to add half a cup of breadcrumbs. If you don't have breadcrumbs, just simply use 2 or 3 slices of bread. Make sure you soak it in water and squeeze the water out and add it into the blender. It's all the same. It will come out the same. So I'm going to go ahead and blend that as well until the breadcrumbs is well combined into the fish. After blend the fish and the shrimp, I am going to now place it into a container, and next I am going to add some seasoning into the combined fish and the shrimp. To that, I am going to add some lemon pepper. If you don't have lemon pepper, just simply use black pepper, and you can squeeze like 1 lime in it. I don't want the fish to be extra soggy. That's why I'm adding lemon pepper instead of the liquid lemon. To that, I am going to add my garlic powder. If you don't have garlic powder as well, you can go ahead and add fresh garlic and mix and blend it together with the fish and the shrimp. You can do that in the blender as well. To that, I am going to now also pour in some black pepper. All this I'm doing in the bowl. You can actually do everything in the blender. Okay. Next, I am going to add salt to taste. Adjust the spice to your own liking. Next to that, I am going to add my raw seasoning. I already have a video in my channel how to make your own raw seasoning. It's simply parsley, garlic, habanero pepper. Go ahead and scroll in my channel and look for how to make raw seasoning. You will find it in my channel. So I already have a video on that. I'm going to add like 1 teaspoon of that. I didn't add a lot. The reason why I didn't add a lot, I will explain as we go along in the video. And I will ask you guys kindly to watch this video to the end, because this is a full recipe, guys. This is a whole full course meal. I made ranghabisab. You know, I was not gonna actually make the ranghabisab. I was just gonna make the benachin, but I said, you know what, let me show some people how to make the ranghabisab as well. Then to that, I am going to add 1 raw eggs, which is optional. You don't have to add eggs. Then I went ahead and add little bit more breadcrumbs. The reason why I add the breadcrumbs, more breadcrumbs and the eggs, it will keep the fish more intact. Like I said again, if you don't have breadcrumbs, just go ahead and add 2 or 3 slices of bread and soak it in water. That's actually how I remember doing it in Gambia when I was a kid. That's how I used to see my grandmother do it. She would soak bread into water and squeeze the water out and add it into the fish, into the mortar, and blend them together. Here I have vegetable oil. You're going to need some oil to rub on the palm of your hand so that the fish doesn't get sticky into your hand. So to that, I am going to rub a little bit of vegetable oil on the palm of my hand, and now I am going to mold the fish into a ball shape. All right, depending on the size, how big you want the fish ball, you can go ahead and do that. And watch closely. As you can see, before I roll the fish ball into a ball, I made a little bit of hole in between, and just to act like I'm roughing fish when I'm making fish benachin. So I'm roughing the fish ball. So I created a hole in the middle and I add the rough seasoning in there. So whenever you take a bite, the rough seasoning is in there. So yeah, so that's why it's called rough. Anything that you can put the rough seasoning into a chicken or a fish, inside it and insert it, that's why it's called rough. So I went ahead and put the rough seasoning in the middle. So I round the fish ball into a round ball shape like so. I'm going to do it one more time, so watch closely. And that's done. So I went ahead and finish up the rest. Here I have chopped fresh onion and chopped fresh tomato. All right, then I also have here chopped habanero pepper. So to that together, I have habanero pepper, onions, and tomato in this bowl. So I'm gonna go ahead and deep fry my fish ball. The reason why I'm deep frying the fish ball is because, I mean, if you don't have a deep fryer, you can go ahead and fry it, you know, but I want it to be overall all fry all together overall, because if I want to fry it into a pot, it's going to take a long time. Here I have my Yate, which is the snail. I'm going to fry it into the hot oil until it infuses a little bit. Then to that, I am going to go ahead and add my chopped fresh tomato, my chopped onion, and my chopped habanero pepper. So I am going to go ahead and fry this combination of fresh tomato and the onions and the habanero pepper. Here I have chopped garlic. All right, I'm going to add that. So I'm going to go ahead and fry this until it is caramelized. And guys, don't forget to watch my previous video. I make a delicious Gambian ebe. Make sure you check that out as well. This ebe was to die for. It has everything in it. So you're going to go ahead and keep checking on your tomato and your onions. Keep checking on it. Fry it on a low medium heat. Like I said, you're going to keep frying it until it's caramelized, until you don't see no signs of the white onion. To that, I am going to add jumbo cubes. Use any seasoning cube of your choice and adjust the spice to your own liking. Here I have some black pepper. I am going to add in some black pepper. I am going to add in some salt. Like I said again, adjust the spice to your own liking. So I'm going to add in some salt and fry these peppers until they are caramelized. So meanwhile, I went ahead and checked on my fish ball, and it is golden brown and beautiful. Yes, so this is a fish ball white Benachin. You can actually just, you know, decide to make fishball stew, but today we are making fishball white Benachin. If you never taste this or never make this type before, this is for you. Just go ahead and follow this recipe. And if you like this video so far, you like what you see, give this video a big thumbs up while you're watching. So I went ahead and throw in bay leaves to give my Benachin a nice aroma to it. So as you can see, I kept on frying the onions and the tomatoes. As it was sticking a little bit on the bottom of the pot, I went ahead and add a little bit of water, just loosen it up a little bit, not much. So as you can see, my onions, my tomato, and my habanero pepper and garlic, black pepper, everything that I added been fried really nicely and caramelized. As you can see, this is how it looks like. It almost looks pasty like. That's what you want to see. All right, the more you fry, the more it's going to ooze out its own sweetness. And you see my Yate is in there peeking. So next to that, I am going to add I just wanted to show you guys, I scooped some of the oil out. Actually, the oil was so much because, you know, I'm not making stew, I'm making Benachin, and I don't want to make an oily Benachin. So if you find out that the oil is a lot, you want to scoop the oil out. If not, your Benachin is going to be too oily. So I went ahead and add some boiling water. To that, I am going to now add my salted fish, which in Gambia we call Gayja. All right, it's just simply salted fish. All right, then next I am going to add in my fish ball, just like you will fry your fish, and add it into the water there. And I'm going to add the fish ball in there and just cook it for 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna come back and take it out. So meanwhile, like I said, watch this video to the end. I was not gonna make rang habisab. I was just gonna make the fishball Benachin, but I decided to make rang habisab. So I went in and add some okra and my habanero pepper into a pot to boil it. Next, I am going to now take out my fishball. All right, it's been cooked for like 5 minutes, so I'm going to take it out. Okay. Taking my fish ball out, now I am going to add in all my vegetables. You know, Gambian Jollof, Gambian Benachin, we add vegetables. We add lots of vegetables in our Benachin, okay, in our chib. So I have in there the pumpkin, the eggplant, carrots, cabbage, okra, and habanero pepper. So I'm going to add that in there and then cook them until they are well done, and then I'm going to take everything out as well. I forgot to take the Gayja out. Make sure you take the Gayja out, which is the salted fish, because you don't want it to break in there. All right, because then it's going to be extra too salty. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take the Gayja out. You will see in the video I'm taking the Gayja out. Like I said again, watch this video to the end, because this is a full course recipe, the full shebang, everything from the cheb to the rang habisab. So if you want to know how to make this meal from start to finish, watch the whole video. And don't forget to give this video, like I said, a big like, a big thumbs up. If you're new to my channel and you like what you see so far, I hope you will consider subscribing to my channel and hit that post notification bell so you will be notified, one of the first to know whenever I upload a new video. So I'm going to go ahead and take the salted fish out and put that aside. So then I'm going to let the vegetables cook until they are well done. I'll come back and take everything out. Checked on my okra. It is well cooked. Everything is done. Now I'm going to add my fresh baby spinach. All right, I'm gonna let that cook as well, which it doesn't take long to cook. So I went ahead and removed the habanero pepper. Adjust the spice to your liking. Then to that I am going to add in my locust beans, which in Gambia we call Nettehtu. All right, if you don't have the locust beans, that's perfectly fine. You can make your ranghabisab without Nettehtu, but adding the Nettehtu to the ranghabisab will give it a great authentic taste to it. All right, so to that I'm going to add 2 jimbo cube. Adjust the spice to your liking and use any seasoning cube of your choice. So after blending in my locust beans, habanero pepper, and the jimbo cube, I went ahead and blend everything until they're well combined. Next, I am going to check on my spinach and my okra. Everything is well cooked perfectly. So I'm going to use my spoon strainer there and take everything out and strain as much water as I can. You don't want to, take it over to the blender with a lot of water. Make sure you strain most of the water out. Okay, then I'm going to add that in the blender where my locust beans is. I'm going to blend it. Usually I don't like to actually make my ranghabisab in the blender. I usually used to just use my potato masher and just mash everything. So but this time I am going to make my ranghabisab in the blender. So you're just going to go ahead and simply add it into the blender. Then you're going to add some salt to taste to your liking, and I'm going to pour in some lemon juice. If you don't have the real lemon juice in the bottle, just go ahead and squeeze some fresh lemon in there. So I'm going to pour in some 100% lemon juice in there, depending on how tangy you want it. So I added a little bit of few squeeze in there. Go ahead and blend it until everything is well combined and your ranghabisab is ready. Yes, I'm telling you, this meal was like, whoa, it was so delicious. I'm telling you. So this is how the ranghabisab looks like. I'm going to definitely freeze some so that I don't have to make more in the future. If I need some in the future, I will have it. So I'm gonna take what I need and then put the rest in the freezer. So whenever I want to use it, I'll just defrost it and enjoy my ranghabisab. So now my vegetables are all well cooked. I am going to go ahead and take all my vegetables out. And then next, I'm going to add my broken rice. Use any rice of your choice. You can use basmati rice, you can use Madame Gugu's rice, jasmine rice, whichever rice you have. As you noticed earlier, I scooped more oil out because I don't want my benachin to be too oily. So I cooked it for like 5 minutes. Then I went ahead and mixed it. Now I'm going to just cover the rice with some foil. If you don't have foil, just use parchment paper. Cook it on a low medium heat for one good 20 to 30 minutes, and voila, our fishball white benachin is ready. Our Theibou Bulleti is ready, guys. Look at that, how beautiful it is. And I thank you all so much for watching, and congratulations to you if you have watched this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Until I come your way next time, may peace be unto you all. Shalom.
And she will show you everything.